The best way to organize your life is by first organizing your mind that is creating chaos in your life. Now, there are plenty of self-improvement and productivity tips, like make a to-do list or create a calendar, but those methods are only quick fixes if you don't understand the underlying principles that will allow you to live an organized life. If you are seriously interested in organizing your life so that you can be more focused, more productive, and in more control, you want to pay close attention and apply what I'm going to share, because organizing my life that way has allowed me to post 30 videos across different platforms, grow my brand online, lift weights regularly, find plenty of time for my hobbies like football, and actually spending time with my friends over the past weeks. So the key question we have to ask ourselves is, what am I organizing for? I remember when I first started off on this journey to self-improvement and creating the life that I want, I used to watch YouTube videos on how to organize your life and productivity hacks like make a to-do list, create a calendar, because at that time I was a very unorganized and chaotic person. And I was applying the stuff and it actually worked. I made some progress, I had more organization, a little bit more control of my life, and I started to organize more and more things in my life, like my closet, my desk. I took notes on what I was learning, but I quickly hit a roadblock. Although I was organizing things in my life, my mind was still chaotic. I was running in circles because I didn't have a clear vision. And that's the biggest mistake that I see in the self-improvement space, especially when you're talking about productivity and how to organize your life. They focus on the shiny methods like the newest to-do app or the new shiny note-taking method. All those things are a distraction, because if you want to have an organized life, you have to organize your mind by creating a clear vision. Ideally, you formulate a 5-year vision. You ask yourself, where do you want to live? Who do you want to hang out with? What kind of work do you want to do? What do you want to stand for? What is the highest values? Take the time to get intimate with your vision. If it's not clear, no problem. Just pick something. If you do this, you are already ahead of 90% of the people, because most people are not clear on their vision. And trust me, I speak from experience because I've been there. You'll be busy organizing and doing things that are not highest on your values. Number 2, identify your most important domains. For me right now, it's my faith, my health, and my work. Every human being lives by a set of values, and whatever is highest on your values, you'll be most organized. This took me a long time to understand and a lot of pain, because when I first started off, I used to play video games. I loved playing video games, but I wanted to change, be a more organized person, have more control, and step into the path of success. But at that time, I was not conscious that video games were a higher value than doing other things that were more beneficial for me, until I got clear on my values and actually change them in order to serve me for my new path. So identify where are you spending most of your time and energy, because these are good indicators on what is highest on your values. And if these values are still in alignment with your vision, then keep them. Otherwise, change them in order to serve. Because once I got clarity around my vision and my values, my life became more organized and I was living with more purpose, focus, and certainty, because I was organizing for the right things. By the way, if you find this video valuable so far, let me know in the comment section below what your biggest takeaway is. Step number 3 on organizing your life: define your operating standards. Practically speaking, the reality is this: you can't have a perfectly organized life. This is simply impossible. I tried it, don't do it. There are so many moving parts, and a little bit of chaos is part of our existence. Remember, the goal is not to perfectly organize everything. The real question you have to ask yourself is, how much chaos are you willing to tolerate in each area of your life? Get clear on your operating standards in each area of your life. For example, for me, my work is important, especially this YouTube channel. I'm very organized in my YouTube channel, in growing my online brand, in my fitness and health. But on the other hand, my social life and my family life is a little bit less organized. I let chaos reign there. Because again, the goal is not to have a perfectly organized life. There is chaos and order. We want to err on the side of order as much as possible, but you can't get too high, because chaos will ultimately come in. And defining your operating standards is determined by your vision and values. Trust me, if you really apply this, it will help you avoid the trap of being busy for the sake of being busy. Step number 4, get your ideas out of your head. Organizing your life has a lot to do with organizing your mind. Get into the habit of jotting down your thoughts, ideas, emotions, and the things that you are thinking about on a daily basis. Because first of all, our memory is fallible. It doesn't matter if you have a good memory, you can't remember everything. Especially in this digital age where we have so much information and there's this information overload coming at us, you want to organize your life by getting into a journaling habit. It doesn't matter if you do it the traditional way with a physical notebook, or you can use digital forms. It doesn't matter. Just keep it simple. If you regularly journal, you'll gain the benefits of having more clarity and more order in your life. Because when your mind is organized, you have an organized life. Personally, I journal every day. When I wake up, I journal for about 5 to 10 minutes, my thoughts, feelings, and ideas. I keep it simple. I just jot down what I'm thinking, and this alone helps me a lot to organize my life. Also, I use a digital notebook to store relevant information. For example, repeating tasks like taxes, finances, budget, things that I have to do repeatedly. I want to store them because I don't want to rely on my memory, because this will take a lot of energy and I can use my freed up mental energy for things that are actually important. Talking about energy, the fifth step on organizing your life is allocating your time and energy strategically. Now here we are talking about calendars and best practices in productivity. You want to use a calendar, and the key here is that what I found in my personal experience is you don't want to overschedule your calendar. Just block out the most important task, your work, your free time, and let your calendar loose. You'll invite a lot of stress and clutter. Again, if your mind is cluttered, your life will be cluttered. So keep it light and simple. Depending on where you are on your journey, pen and paper still works. A lot of billionaires and ultra successful people still use pen and paper. Don't get sucked into complex and fancy productivity systems that we see on YouTube. Keep it simple, low maintenance system is the key. Talking about systems, the sixth step on organizing your life is to systemize, automate, delegate, and eliminate as much as possible. Now this is a little bit more advanced. For example, in my life and work, I use SOPs, standard operating procedures. This comes from the manufacturing industry, but is now widely used in big companies and in business. So I have a lot of checklists for repeating tasks. Because for example, when I'm working on my YouTube videos, I have a step-by-step protocol that tells me exactly what to do on each step. Because when you are producing YouTube videos, there are so many things that you have to do, and a lot of things are repeatable. By having this protocol, I forget less, save more time, and can do actually the work that is necessary. Honestly, if there is a secret on organizing your life, I think it will be developing a system-based thinking. If you can see your life in a systematic way, creating order and having more control will be much easier. Now, organizing your life has a lot to do with how you manage your time. Spoiler alert, you can't manage your time. You can only manage what you do in time. For that reason, I created this step-by-step video titled How I Manage My Time. You will really want to watch this video next because it will give you more strategies and more principles that will allow you to have more control, more organization, and more focus in your life. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video valuable, I will appreciate a comment. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was. Subscribe, like if you haven't already, and thank you for being part of this community.